Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market live show. It's Tuesday, April 15th, and the market is changing over. It kind of looks like it did yesterday. It was a little less green, but it's pretty green this morning. We'll look at it. And here we go. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How is everybody this morning? Hope you're having a great day so far. And here you go. This is what the heat map looks like. And Apple's red. It's mostly green. It was actually a little less green a little bit ago, a few moments ago. But yeah, there you go. So let's look at our Joey's jumpers. We'll come back, see what's going on with the market, and see what we're looking at today. And here we go. ARBB. We looked at it last night. I can't even type it in, but when I do, it was way up yesterday. And we were looking at it last night here, and there you go. It ran up yesterday there, 54 to 129. And today it was 120 to 122 and started coming back down. It's at 90. And yeah, these things run up in them after hours, and then that's generally it. And another great one right here, AREC. We were all over this early with filtrates look right there, and we were looking at a lot of these coking coal ones right here, and this one is trying to run around. It was up yesterday, and just keep an eye on it, though. It's not looking bad. Even if it pulls back, it should run up a little bit, and then even when it pulls back, it's going to get set up to run some more. So they are looking good right there. And that bull, it looked like it was down a little bit. Yeah, it ran up yesterday big time. It's still on the top, so it could run back up. We were looking for it if it had some momentum this morning, but it doesn't look like it does at the moment. It still could bounce up, like I said. In GMHS, game house holding right here, and this thing looked like it was jumping up. GMHS, and it was running up yesterday more, and this morning at $2 and then came down. So there you go at GMHS. And let's see what HCTI, can't even look at what I can't even look at these things. HCTI, I don't even know what I'm looking at. That healthcare triangle one. And let's see, I know we looked at this for a bunch of times before. What is it? HCTI right here. And it spiked up yesterday. It's what it looked like. It looks like it could be pulling back a little bit this morning. Nothing too crazy. And it is tax day. There you go. Today is tax day, and April 15th. So there we go with that. And hit. We were all over this one early, and it's still cruising up there, and it's a hit. And keep an eye on it. It could be bouncing back down. It looks like it looked like it wanted to run up a little higher. We'll see what it wants to do today. Oh, it ran up to 98 cents this morning. There you go. It's back down to 71, and now it's at 74. So we'll keep an eye on this, but it is up more from yesterday. And there you go. At HIT, we were all over that one. And MP right here, MP Materials, we talked about this, and it's jumping up there. And all these metal ones and materials and things of that nature are going wild. And this one ran yesterday big, 24 to 92 to 29.93, and it closed up there in the 29.55 area. And then this morning it gapped up to 30 and then came down to 28. So that one's still up there, not looking bad. And SBEV, we talked about this guy yesterday, and maybe even day before, I forget, but here we go. It was up $1.12, so there's another one. And yeah, if you listen to the show, you know everything that's popping up. This one was running higher, 147 to 314 yesterday, closed at 274, and then today 290 to 323, and you're at 257 with SBEV right there. And how about that SNYR right here, Synergy? That one jumped up. That's over 100%. Look at that thing. SNYR. There you go. 260 to 585. It's at 487. It's bouncing around right now, 488, and not looking bad. So keep an eye on that thing. It's running right now. And that SUNE, we were looking at this last night, saying it was going to start popping up here. So keep an eye on this guy today, because it is not looking bad. Look at it trying to curl up, and I would keep an eye on that. So we will be watching it. I'll keep you posted. TMC, I was going to do the metals company yesterday. Somebody asked me to do it. I totally forgot to write it down, but here you go. We had looked at this a while back, and again, all these metals and mining ones are going wild. TMC doing the same thing. And I wrote back to somebody that it could pop up early this morning some more. It looked like it could keep that momentum. 221 to 355. Let's look at close at 345. Looks like it pulled back 327. It's at 314, but we'll look at it. It's still in that top area where it can run up. So they are pulling back a little bit this morning, but not looking bad right there for TMC and USAR. Another one that we were looking at, the USA Rare Earth, and that's up this morning. And we had looked at this last night. So yeah, we were all over these guys, and it ran up some more, 1295 to 1450. It's at 1337 right now. And there you go. USAR and your Jolie's jumpers right there looking good. Thank you, Asian Jolie, and SNYR right there. SBEV and that GMHS. So you got them all, you and TMC. So yeah, we nailed them all. We were looking at them. How about that UAMY? We were looking at that. That's up a little bit more. We were early for that. So I mean, almost this entire list that's up we had. Or had gone over on the shows. So there you go. Thank you, Asian Jolie. And for the Jolie's jumpers, let's look at our laptop lowdowns and see what they're up to. SUNE, we just looked at. Now, APDN is a good lowdown right now. It is beaten down. And let's see, it never got that chance to run when it wanted to. We were talking about it, and it will get set up. It's just going to have to do this level right here, and that's where it should. You can see the 20 trying to come down for it. So APDN, obviously, we're watching that thing, and let's see how it gets set up here. It was trying to move around yesterday, nothing crazy, and then it dipped. So we'll watch that one and see when that one's ready. AXDX right here, Accelerate Diagnostics. And let's look. That one is curling up right here. AXDX. And yeah, it's trying to curl up. I would say it's trying to bottom out. We'll definitely keep an eye on that because it does look like it's trying to bottom out there. And BCLI Brainstorm Therapeutics, that's way down there trying to curl up. That could be making a bottom right here. So a bunch of them to keep an eye on. Look at that thing. It was running up there, pulled back and trying to make that bottom. We'll keep an eye on that as well. And CANF. Oh, wait, I think I skipped one, but CANF, here we go. That's a nice dip down there. And again, look at them. They're hitting that MACD and pulling back, and they run up as they curl up. We know the pattern, and there you go. It was running up yesterday. It actually ran up. It continued a little bit, I guess. Maybe that was like pre-market. Who knows? Because not pre-market. Oh, yeah, it did run up there. So what did it run up to? 224. It looked like it got higher, not as high as there. So yeah, maybe that was the after hours. I have no idea, but it definitely ran around there at some point. You can't really tell. And BNR right here, Burning Rock. Let's see what they're doing. That was burning a rock in their pocket because that thing's been dipping down there, but it's probably going to make a base down here is what it looks like to try to curl up. We can keep an eye on it and see if it's going to dip down anymore. CRWS. That crown crash is way down. And look at that. I remember we were talking about this. Had bounced up yesterday, didn't it? I remember April 14th. That's yesterday's date. Yeah, it was bouncing up yesterday and running up. So that was that crown crash, and it bounced off that support line down there. It was pretty good. KDZ. I'm not sure what that is. Let me look over here. It was probably kids. KIDZ is, I'm sure, what it is. And this one had run up. And let's look at it and see what it's doing this morning. I'm interested. It's down 28 cents. And again, they pop up there and then they like to dip down. We talk about this as they set up. You're going to get a lot of runaround on that. So it could be a good one to keep an eye on to trade. And LPA right here, Logistics Properties of the Americas, is way down. And that looks like it might have bottomed out right there on the 11th. What was that, last week? And yeah, Friday. So keep an eye on this thing because that one could be cruising up there. Look at it. And that could be making that bottom look. We'll see, unless it's trying to base, but it looks like it's trying to curl up right there. So we'll keep an eye on that. And MMA, that one popped the other day for us, and now it's back down. So yeah, they'll run up there, and it didn't even stay in the top. It looked like it wanted to, but it had that big fast spike up. So they generally come down And Marin right here, Marin Software, MRIN. And this one is curling up right there, not looking bad. The base out, and we've been looking at it on this list. So, yeah, we're going to keep an eye on that. And a lot of these will run pretty big as they get set up off that bottom. And here's Movano, and this had been moving down. Now it's moving back up, and it's looking pretty good. Keep an eye on this MOVE. And you have to be very patient with these guys and make sure that they bottom out and start moving back up, and then just catch that little pop up because they are moving quick. NTIC, Northern Technologies, dipping down here, that's for sure. NTIC, that's a big old dip. So one to keep an eye on for sure right there. I like that dip. OST, oh, that one might bounce off of that support line right there as it came down. So one I'll look at today. OST, let me jot that one down here. And keep an eye on that because that could have one of them bounces. And the Starbucks, I know we were looking at it last night. It ran up yesterday at some point. And let's see what it's going to try to do today. STBX. Oh, that just gap up there. Oh, wow. Look at that. We were talking about last night. Let's see right there. Or did it reverse split? That is the 14th. So it might have reverse split. It looks like it could have. Somebody did mention that last night that they said that it was reverse split, and I looked down, I didn't see anything, but you might have been absolutely right there. It might have reverse split, and we'll keep an eye on it now for sure. But it did. We'll look at it because that does show a lot of times reverse splits pop up like that, and it's just a reverse split on this transpire for the first day or so. And anyway, I'll look at Starbucks today, but we did, like I said, we checked it out last night, and someone did mention that it's reverse split. And that Weemy right here is down there. And let's look at it. Weemy hologram, and that's a China small cap, and that reverse split, it looks like. So let's keep an eye on that because that one says that it just reverse split. And it could have been way cheaper the other day. I'm not sure, but it is down there, and we'll keep an eye on it, especially if it did just reverse split. So there you go with your laptop lowdowns, and thank you very much, Laptop Travel. A really good list right there. Some really good ones that'll get moving, that's for sure. And let's see what else is going on here. And let's go ahead and look at our list and see what's happening with the market. Look at the map. I mean, not our list. And there you go. It's not really hopping, but it's still pretty green. And we'll see how long that'll last because, like I said, that crossed through. The SPY crossed through. I'm actually kind of impressed. I have to see this. It was hitting the line. Look at it cross through. That's amazing. It could still pull itself back down. It's still early, guys. And I would think if it's going to run through, it would have had that momentum where it would have been pushing up into that 20 right there. So I could see them coming back down. Like I said, I'm not convinced they're ready, but let's go ahead and look at the rest of them. Apple is coming down, hitting that line and pulling back. Amazon right here was going up a little bit. It did cross through. We were looking at it last night, and again, has that look like it wants to come down. So that's what it looks like at the moment. Yeah, it doesn't look like it really wants to blast off right there. And Google was up as well and kind of has that look like it could pull back. So they got them into the channel, but they look like they want to pull back. And Meta was like just coming down yesterday. Look at it on that line. That's pretty odd right there, Meta. Let me look at that one. META. Yeah, that's a strange one, how it's sitting on the line. I don't think it makes it through. You can see it looks like it wants to get pushed down right there. So they do look like they want to come back some. Microsoft in that channel, that one has been looking good. It's kind of flat right there, but it doesn't look like it's going pop off today. And NVIDIA jumped up into that channel as well. It was in there yesterday, but it looks like it pulled back onto the 20, towards the 20 anyway, and it's just kind of flat. So that's NVIDIA. Nothing crazy this morning. And Tesla right here is down, and we were talking about this one actually pulling back as well. It's just running and kind of pulling back. You can see it. It could run down with this channel right there and try to get set up with this one. So it could be a week or two out. And that looks like Tesla right there. That's what Tesla looks like right there. And AMC, let's go through these guys. That one doesn't look too bad to curl back up. It was pulling back a little bit yesterday. It doesn't look bad right there in that channel. And GameStop's been looking good, guys, and looks like it wants to pop up there. So keep an eye on that GameStop because it is looking good. Check that out. It does have that resistance up there, but we've been watching it as it's running up, and it has resistance at that 27 right there. So keep an eye on that. And let's look at Chewy. That one was setting up as well, and it's trying to jump up. I'm not so sure it's doing anything this morning, but it was kind of, it's just sitting right there in that channel. It was trying to push through yesterday. And again, had that little Pac-Man look, but not so much anymore. It's just in that channel right now, but it did jump up there. It was looking good, and Unity's up a little bit, but it was pulling back, and another one just kind of hanging out right there. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, it was hitting that 20, and I don't think that's getting through. So they do look like what we were looking at last night. They don't want to get through, but we're keeping an eye on them just in case something crazy wants to happen. And that is Unity, and Netflix right here is up pretty good, hitting that resistance. That's pretty impressive right there. Look at that thing. And then I could see it possibly coming down. So maybe they'll stay up a little bit today and then start coming down later on. We'll see how it wants to open up, but I'm not convinced they're going to run like that. And AVGO, that same look, it's in the channel right here, but it could pull back. So I know they got into the channel. They want to try to run up, but you can see how that 20 is not exactly curling up yet. We'll see. Or they could just stay here flat and something big happens because, like I said, you could see some big news coming out like Easter or something. Just the way that they're setting up, they could get curled up. I'll keep my eye on them obviously today and keep you guys posted on what they look like. And but yeah, it looks a little crazy. And Laptop Travel said he likes Netflix long term. And yeah, that thing, just watch for that bottom. This thing been running up over the $1,000 mark. And yeah, it's been looking good, and we know Netflix is a good company and streaming service. I think everybody probably has it, I would have to assume, or at least shares it with somebody. And AVGO, same look right there we were just talking about. NMU, that same look as well, as it's trying to curl up. Not so sure it would even get through right there. But again, if the market starts to turn back up, they could. So they got them where they're just running around and they're flat. And this one, TSM, actually crossed through on its earnings, but another one, their earnings are coming up Thursday. And again, I know it crossed through, but it could easily come back down. It's got that resistance up there. So I don't think they're ready to roll just yet. SMCI hitting up here, and it is hitting that resistance really good at that MACD line. And again, I just don't think they're coming through. It crossed through, but it has that look like they can pull back, and they love to fake you out. And that's what they kind of do right now. They give you that one look and then pull them back on you so that you're ready to like get into it, because it looks like they're gonna blast off, and the next thing you know, they're pulling back. That's why you have to be super super patient right there. And yeah, didn't Jamie Dimon sell like what does it say, $31.5 million in JP Morgan stock? So there you go with that. And yeah, I don't think they're just ready yet, but again, he turns the news around and it's going to get ready. So it's an interesting look for sure, and I don't think they're ready today. That's for sure. I think we're going to see some more pullback, but I do think the markets are going to be running hard. But we're going to catch these bounces right here. And QCOM, look at it hitting that MACD. I do not think that's going through. And Intel, INTC, that same exact look. So that's what they all look like. And PayPal right here up 13 cents, but that crossed through. And again, they just have that look with the 20 coming down. I think they're buying themselves a bunch of time, guys. Snowflake's going to be coming down. You can kind of see it. They did cross them up to cross them down. They've done it before. Look, I'll show you what Snowflake did right here. They crossed it up. It looked great, right? And then look where it ended up. You're going to see that same thing happen again, guys. That's how they can control the market. And we already know that. So it's nothing surprising to us. We're just sitting here riding the waves up and down. That's all. So Dell rode back up. It's going to ride back down. PLTR is in a different boat. It looks good, but it's still above that 50, and it could drop into that channel right there, but it's not a bad one. That one does look good. And Sophie actually up a penny, but again, flat. And they did curl them up. They can curl them right back down. They've done it before. They do it all the time. They've been doing this. And this is the look that we have, and that's what the pattern that we're following. So we have a good idea. And that is Sophie. And then Mara and Riot. They're not looking too bad. And crypto isn't looking bad at all. Solana's up. Bitcoin's at like 85,457. Solana's at 132. Ripple's at 215 right there. Cardano's at 63. Ethereum's at 1,628. Doge is just under 16 cents. So, yeah, they're not looking bad at all. Excuse me. And then Clean Spark right here is just kind of sitting flat in that channel. And good old MicroStrategy, that is not MicroStrategy, that's Microsoft, but their strategy right here. And it did jump up a little bit and it curled through, but again, look at that curl down. So I could see it pulling back down right here, guys, and not being completely ready. I mean, it did curl up. It doesn't look bad on mine, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, 20 is trying to curl up there. I'm just not convinced that they're ready to roll either. So crypto is not looking bad. We will keep an eye on that. That could, start to run, guys. So I'm not saying that won't. The market doesn't look like it's ready. Crypto is like right there. I've been saying it, but it could pull back with everything else. They don't really want crypto, excuse me, crypto running with the rest of the market hanging out and interest rates up. They're going to want everything going at the same time in sync. So, but maybe crypto takes off a little bit sooner than the market. I could see that trying to happen. And Coinbase here is up 87 cents, hitting the 20, and probably going to pull back there. And same with Hood. That's in the channel and just kind of running around. So they are in the channel. Some are in the channel. Some are crossed up. They could cross back down. And that's the look that we're getting. And it's a pattern that we've had. Look at DJT down a little bit right there, and fun as well. So they are not ready yet, guys. And we know that. And there you go. It's getting a little more red as the morning goes on. And let's look and see what's pretty cruising around here. SUNE, we were looking at it. DMN moving up a little. And how about that FMTO? That one could get wild. It went from like $8 to 4 cents. It's at 3 now, and STSS is not running up still at the moment. And there's our logic markets just down a hair. I was going to go over it, and it is not looking bad. 0.0128. It was a little higher there, and let's see it try to get moving. The market, like I said, it's just a little flat right there. Nothing too bad though for logic mark. We'll see if it can get pumping, and that could get cranking up there. And let's look SBEV and ARBB. We've looked at them guys, and this MTVA MetaVia, that one went MetaVia. I know we looked at that not too long ago. I don't remember when. Holo's down there, just dipping down. So there you go with that. And that hit is a hit right there. It's up another 2 cents, and we'll see if it can get out of the basement right there. That could really be a big hit. So there you go with that one. And at SNYR, we looked at that, and there's that MTVA, and not a whole lot. I mean, we did every one of them right there except the MetaVia, and that one did pop up there. So there you go with that. And let's take a look. The trade war uncovers new economies of scale. Fed gives market a breather, and S&P 500 futures steady as trade war nerves ease, and stocks that benefit from chaos are helping a husband and wife investing duo, whatever. And stock market today, there we go. The Dow futures waiver, Boeing stock falls, and let's look at it. Good old Boeing stock did fall, and I think a lot of them are going to come back, to be honest with you. So I don't think that's the only one. Lockheed Martin is up there. It looks like it's kind of topping out for the moment and going to pull back. So I think we are going to have a little bit of pullback here. Nothing real crazy, but that's what we're going to see. And let's take a look, see if we're missing anything else over here. And then let me see what you guys want to look at, and we'll take a look at that real quick. So let's see. And yeah, Boeing and Bull were both down. That USAR, Johnson & Johnson's down. I think they have earnings going on like right now. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure their earnings are this morning. and there it is. It says it, but it is down a little bit. And again, I don't think that's going to be getting through. And that MP we looked at, Bank of America seems to be up. Let's look at BAC right here. And that's up 87 cents, and they had earnings, so they must have been doing well on earnings. But again, curling up nice, and I could see that one getting smacked down as it hits the MACD. So yeah, there's and then there's a bunch of crypto ones, and HIT is looking pretty good right there. And let's see what else is going on over here. We did that and that and them, and let me take a look and see what you guys want to see. That would help out. So good morning. Hope everybody's going to have a great day right here. Luis Rodriguez and everybody else, how are you? Futures are flat, and Jamie is a very smart man. If that 200-day crosses over that 50-day on the SPY, we could be heading lower, and it's very close. I told you guys, and we could be pulling back here. So I wasn't convinced it's going to run, and here you go. I'm telling you, 20 is going to push it down, and it's going to pull back. It's been doing it. It's done it multiple times, guys. So it's just not ready yet, and market direction could be decided this week, and I think so. I think by the end of the week, like I said, you could see some kind of crazy Easter tweet. You know, Trump loves that stuff. So again, just we're looking at the charts and then looking at what they want to do, what they need to accomplish, and how they operate, and that's what you have to look at right now because that's how the market works. And let's take a look and see what else is going on over here. Let me see. Bitcoin, Ripple, and Solana, and even ETF 500 could be huge news catalysts for them. What was happening? Trump administration says U.S. may buy Bitcoin using tariff revenue. So yeah, that would be pretty big, I would say. Let's see. Anything else? I think I got everything over there. It does look like I did get everything, and it is a little bit flat there, so nothing real crazy happening. That's for sure. So let's just see what's going on. If I see anything else I can touch on right here. And again, we kind of looked at everything, and it's only 7:30. It feels like it was too fast, to be honest with you, but it is kind of just a little flat right there. And let's see, is there anything? Oh, you looked at this side too. There was only that one page. That's right. So yeah, we did everything pretty quick this morning, I would say. Just ran right through it. And that logic mark is down a little bit, running up, but again, the markets are flat. Let's see if they can get cranking a little bit, and they could. Some of these could move as the market hits that 9 o'clock, 9:30 area. Right now, it's just kind of flat. It got traded out. Looks like at that 4 a.m. that early morning. I'm telling you, it kind of just makes everything way different. So if you have a lot of trade like wars and things going on and tariffs, when we hit this time, it kind of flattens out sometimes because that 4 a.m. was the spike in your pre-market, and then it gets flat and then starts to wait for the regular market to open. So some days you do get a little flatness here. Trade war nerves are one tweet away from going into a panic attack. You're not kidding. It can go either way real quick. That's why we love it. I'm telling you. That's why we're being very patient, playing them the way we have to, and being smart about the market. Because again, you got to take it every day, daily, and just attack it like that at the moment. You can and be ready for your longs and everything else. You want to have that cash on hand because you just don't know when the market's going to change around or when that crazy tweet will come out. But yeah, it's one of them crazy times right now, that's for sure. And you just got to look at the opportunities. The SPY is up, it's curled through, but that doesn't look like it wants to run to me. So I'm not actually surprised it's even up 77 cents right now, to be honest with you, but it is. So we'll see what it wants to do, but I have a feeling it's going to be getting pulled back today, and you could see them coming back down, and then we'll see what's going to happen there. So there you go, everybody. I'd say that's a good pre-market review, and like I said, not a whole lot going on just yet. Oh, yeah, and I'll look at crypto real quick because that is looking good. I talked about the prices, but then I never even looked at it. So let's see, Coinbase right there. And yeah, look at Bitcoin, not looking bad. And if this 20 starts really curling up there, it's going to get cruising, guys. So I can't say that it looks bad at all. And we knew like some of them were getting really set up, especially Solana was starting to look pretty good right there. And let's see what it is. It was in that channel and it was looking pretty good. and now it's over the channel and it's holding over that 50. So it isn't looking bad at all. I must say, ETH. So, like I said, you could see crypto start ripping just before the market, and maybe it's starting to get set up for real here. And let's look at Ripple real quick, XRP. And here we go. Yeah, it's in that channel. It's running up towards that 50. And like I said, if this starts really curling up there, they could get cruising. I'm just going to look at my app real quick just because I want a second look at Bitcoin real fast. Let me see what it looks like. 85.5. It's not looking bad right there. And let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's getting really close. Honestly, it really is. That 50-day moving average came down, and yeah, you could have a little bounce around, but I could see crypto getting a little bit set up, and that might be why if like Laptop Travel had said, if they mention about buying crypto or Bitcoin with the tariff money, that would make things go wild, guys. And let me look. I didn't even look at the ETF 500 this morning. Let me see where we're at here. And let's see. Come on. Come on. Here we go. And it is at a 7 million market cap. So it pulled back just a little bit, but nothing real crazy. And we'll see, like I said, how the market looks today. And it could just be a little bit of healthy pullback right there. I don't think it's coming back. It looks like it has a nice base at that 5 million market cap. So I doubt you'll even see that again. And it could just come back into the sixes if it comes back, but I'm not even sure it's coming back down there. So there you go with that. And that is getting set up. And nothing else real crazy. I don't see anything else, like I said. So just kind of a quiet morning right here. And that's not a bad thing. It's a short week too, guys. So a lot of times these crazy weeks with tons of earnings. And look at this. Here you go. It does say it right here. I'm finding all kinds of stuff on here that I never even paid no attention to. I just guess I looked down one day and noticed that they told you what was going on, and FinViz is a lot better than I thought. Look at this thing. Unless they just added all this stuff, I don't know. But look at that earnings releases right here. This is your AM ones, PNFP and FBK, and all these guys, and you can probably hit it. HIT actually has earnings today. It looks like I didn't. Oh wait, no. That's yeah. It does say hit. Yeah, it does. I don't see it on there, but it says it has it. I'm not exactly sure, but they do. April 14th, right there. So maybe they did announce something. I have no idea. It did say it right there, but it didn't have an E or anything. And then here it says that they're tomorrow's. Wait, no, today's April 15th. They were yesterday's. That's right. I just read you yesterday's. I'm sorry. And this is April 15th. So yeah, Johnson & Johnson, these are ones that we were talking about, Bank of America and Citicorp Group and PNC. So some of the big banks right there. And that ZBAO, that one ran up the other day, I remember. And how about Rent? Laptop Travel had that on his list recently. And some other ones right there. So there you go with that and some other stuff going on. But yeah, not a whole lot happening here. And it's a little quiet this morning, but that's all good. Short week. Good Friday, Easter coming up. And like I said, it does look like it wants to pull back to me. I won't be surprised. It does not look like it wants to get running, even though it's crossed up right there. They love to give us that look and then just change it around like this. And they're controlling the market. We know the pattern, guys. So nothing to be worried about. And if it does pull back, we know, that's why, because it pulled up and then look, it was down here. It came up and let it come back down. And that's what they're doing. They've been doing it constantly, guys. So that is what we're looking at this morning on a Tuesday morning, short week pre-market. So hope you guys enjoyed that. And I don't see anything else, any questions or anything. And I'll keep you guys posted. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on that logic mark. Make sure that wants to get cruising. It is pulled back just a little bit this morning, but nothing crazy right there. So let's see if it can get a little more green and get cruising there, because that one could really take off for us, and that would be nice. So there you go. I'll keep you guys updated on the entire market. You know that. If you have any questions, let me know if you see anything, and I'll keep you guys posted. Again, I expect it to pull back. I'm not convinced that the market's ready to roll yet today. So keep you guys posted on that, of course. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. And I hope everybody has a great day as always. And trade smart. Lock in those profits. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later. And have a great day, everybody.